The other day, Rick got a good job done of removing most of this top molding. There's still a piece at this end to come off. And this box for the air ventilation and heating system with the ambulance when it was in service, I think it's made of one piece of aluminum. It's just brought together at the top here and sealed with what looks like silicone, but it's bent here at the bottom. And if I want to use this whole space for some type of narrow storage, which I do because I'm not planning on using that ventilation system as I know it right now, then probably I'm going to have to cut along here and take this off. We're investigating the idea that possibly this can come out and we could cut it out on the ground or whatnot, because if you can see, it's just bolted through here, but we're not sure how it mounts at this end into the ventilation box. So that's something to be figured out. Right now at the moment, another priority is ventilation for behind this electrical cabinet. As you know, there are two chargers back there. There's the shore power inverter charger, Renogy, and then there's the Renogy 40 amp DC to DC charger. That's the one that gets quite hot when I'm driving. And once I get the electrical control panel back in place, we need ventilation back here. It gets quite warm. That's not good for the chargers, and it's not healthy for the batteries either. So my plan, here's my plan, is to put, this is the back wall of the electrical cabinet right here where my thumb is, back here. So I think we can drill a hole, be a 4-inch hole for a 4-inch 12-volt DC computer fan, and that will bring air through this box into the electrical cabinet. And I have an awesome trick on how to let that heat come back out on this side of the ambulance. And also to let air in, we're going to have to drill a hole on this door of the cabinet to let air flow through. And that will help in the summertime, and it will also help in the wintertime, and that's good. All right, so for the moment, I need to know where everything is coming through out here. So I think I need to drill a probe hole, small one, through to this wall from the electrical cabinet, just to see where we're going to end up with things. So grab the drill and a small drill bit, and we'll go do that right now. Okay, so I need to apologize. I don't have my wireless mic today, and you're gonna have to handle the audio as it is, but I'll try and project. So in the electrical cabinet in the back, here's the DC to DC charger, and here's my inverter charger. And this is the puppy that gets really, really warm. So I think I would like to get the 4-inch fan back here somewhere, but it may have to go over here. I'm not sure. That's why I need to drill a small probe hole. Well, you know what? I'm just thinking that rail has got to be right there. So I might as well do my probe hole right down here, because that's where it's going to have to be. There's no chance about it, but that's okay. It'll blow the circulation air in this direction, and it'll still cool out the entire cabinet. Well, let's put a small hole down there where I think things are going to be, and then we'll go check and see where it's at. I can see light. All right, let's go check. Okay, there it is. All right. I think I can come from this side with the hole saw, 4-inch hole saw, hopefully. If I have 2 inches on either side. If not, I might be able to remove this rail. The ventilation is priority. So even if I have to remove that rail, that's fine. All right. See this? I could serve ice cream out of here and desserts because I now have my fridge. See, my fridge is in here running in my freezer. It mostly is a test. That's not its permanent position, but that's getting sidetracked. Okay, let me get the hole saw ready and we'll see where we can run that. All right, I'm right here by Home Depot. So I went in and grabbed the proper hole saw and I've just removed this rail piece from the side for the shelf, which we won't need anymore. So now we're going to drill a hole. Hopefully not go through anything important. Wow, I was thinking something was wrong because I remembered I left the door open, but I didn't, closed it. So. Okay, here we are on the outside. Here is the chosen fan. Nice little 12-volt computer fan. It'll be perfect. 4-inch size, and it's generic, so anytime if I ever need to replace it, these are available pretty much any computer stores. Okay, Rick is my assistant, as you can see. I tried hiring a really good-looking one, but that didn't happen.
Well, you got a better-looking one.
That's right. All right, so I'm going to put you here. That's where you fit. There you go. All right, now I'm going to string some 18 gauge wire, which is a little bit heavy duty, but that's okay. I'm going to bring it up through one side of the cabinet and down the other. The reason for that is later I can add a switch off the control panel in case I want to turn this on or off. So let's go up in here. And I'll be using Wago connectors, so if I need to replace the fan at some point, it should be pretty quick and simple. That's what they all say. Okay. Perfect. Oh yeah, look at how I started. How about we put the right black with black and red with red, folks? Remember that? There we go. Yeah, lots of room. Okay. I think that is straight right there. Oh, you remember I showed you yesterday how I can check the batteries Bluetooth?
Yeah.
That's the little sucker right there.
Yeah.
Done. You ready? Let's do this.
She stopped. She started. She started. She stopped.
Really?
Yeah. She's stuck. It's like it's sticking.
Yep. I have to loosen one of those. Okay, success. It's on to the fuse panel. The wire runs up here. We have some spare, so when I get the switch panel up, we can actually control it. And the fan is running, and it's got a really nice breeze. That's a good little fan. That will do just fine. Another day, another wonderful shirt. It's already, I think, about 22 degrees here today, and it's supposed to get up to around, get this, 32 degrees today, plus the humidex, plus the smoke from all the fires that are happening a little bit west of us, a couple of provinces. So what's going on is I'm doing much more work to the control panel. As you can see, I have pretty much all of the holes done for the switches, which are up here, the two 12-volt sockets, and the two USB power sockets, the 5-volt, as well the Renogy monitor, the Renogy switch for the inverter to turn it on and off, and then up here is the diesel heater control right here. This is the last piece to go in, and then we can populate this with all the pieces and hopefully mount it in the wall. Get it in place. That way I can start wiring up the lights, the interior fan, the 12-volt sockets, get everything in place. The first one being the AC socket, which is going to go right here. And I hope to heck it goes in nice and easy. Nothing's ever easy with me, folks. So anyhow, this diesel heater control is a brand new one because I couldn't find the other one. I did some organizing a while ago, and then I've done much deorganizing several times. So anyhow, I had to buy this. It was absolutely necessary, and I had to make sure that all of these holes were drilled and ready to go, because I couldn't put the panel in and then take the panel back out and drill something else, or even drill it in place. Would have been nasty because little bits of metal would be falling in back towards all of the electrical connections. I did not want that. So the diesel heater is going to mount right here in this spot. The only thing we can't do today is actually mount it in place. I've marked it. We're going to drill it and make sure that mess is all done. And then I'll need to go buy a couple of very tiny little screws that will fit in here to hold it in place. That can be done while the board is up, so that's fine. So I'll let you watch. This is not a rocket science sort of thing here. For this, I just need to drill 2 small holes and then a couple of larger holes, and I might use my 12-volt cutter because this switch, sorry, the connector has to go through a hole through the plate into the back and connect onto the diesel heater line. So anyhow, let's scoot and get this done. So I'll tell you something that I've learned about drilling diamond plate. I've worked with it a tiny bit in the past, but not for this large of a project. And I've been doing everything from the back. So basically reversing the plan, making sure it comes out proper on the front. However, when you start drilling, what happens is the drill bit or the jigsaw will come in contact with these higher sort of etched diamond pattern things, and that will twist or pull the drill bit or saw blade a little bit to the side. And going through these things is actually a little bit tricky because you'll be following a straight line. All of a sudden, it's just magically turning to the left or turning to the right. And you have to gain control. It's sometimes a little bit tricky, sometimes. For me, that's most of the time. All right, so there's two little stickies here. I don't know if they're ultimately important, but see if I can take them off with my gloves on. There. Nice. There we go. So I think for my safety and to lessen the excitement of my viewers, I better nip off the back of these, or I'm going to put my hand through it when I'm connecting all the wires later. There we go. We'll just safely remove these. Can you see those? Those two big sharp prongs there? Yeah, there they are. So, let's do this. Okay, we can go inside and populate this now, outfit it with everything that needs to be on here, I think. Think. Yes, we can do that. So these switches, they're really nice. They've got a lot of connectors on the bottom. Oh, there's the right way. There's a ground, and that will allow the red LEDs inside to glow when you have your selection. So the way they're going to work is the middle position will be off, and then down will be one on position, and then up will be the second. For example, the lighting in here, I'll be able to separate left and right banks with two different switches. But on, say for example, if this was the left bank, I'll be able to have low light power or high light power. Very handy. So let's get this first one in. That's going to go, I don't know if you can see, let me position you better. There we go. All right, so, and I made these so they're fairly tight, and I think that's a good thing. We'll find out if it's a good thing. Is that in all the way? And Yes, it is. Perfect. First one. Whole bunch more to go. All right, well, folks, here's what the back of it looks like. It's upside down to you right now. Sorry about that. I'm trying to keep the shine off the camera too. There you go. So when this is placed in the space, the power cabinet access to this will be ideal. Plug and play. The front of the panel will look like this. All your switches, your two 12-volt sockets down here, and then a pair of USB outlets for phone charging or other accessories. And two of those are 3.0 high rate charging. Then we have the Renogy battery and charging monitor, and then we have the switch to turn the inverter on and off, and the diesel heater control is just up here. And down here will go the AC outlet once I place this in the control panel position. That will be next episode for you. So please touch the like down below. Please, please. It helps the channel out a lot. Subscribe if you'd like to. And stay with me because this is going in place. Next episode. And we're going to get control of the lights, the exhaust fan, tons of other stuff. It'll be fun. I hope. The mower guys are coming, so I've got to get out of here because you won't hear anything once they get going. Take care, folks. I love you very much. Thank you for being here. See you very soon. Bye-bye.